Marketers spend billions annually on techniques that hijack your decision-making before you even realize it's happening. Most of us think we're rational, but the science says otherwise. So what psychological tricks are being used against you right now? Fact 1. Declinism bias. This is our tendency to believe things were better in the past and that society is getting worse. Psychologist Roy Baumeister documented how people systematically overweight negative news and underweight positive progress. We see one crime story and forget that violent crime rates have plummeted globally. Marketers exploit this by selling us solutions to problems we're nostalgic about, premium versions of old products framed as getting back to basics. Understanding this bias helps you question whether your urge to buy something classic or authentic is genuine preference or manipulation. Fact 2. Commitment and consistency principle. Robert Cialdini discovered that once we commit to something, even something small, we're psychologically driven to stay consistent with that commitment. Sign a petition and you're more likely to donate money later. Say yes to a small favor and you'll say yes to bigger ones. Your brain craves internal consistency, and manipulators know this. They get your small commitment first, then leverage it into major decisions without you realizing the escalation happened. This matters because recognizing when you've been soft committed gives you the power to pause and reassess. Fact 3. The default effect. Researcher William Samuelson found that people disproportionately stick with preset options, even when better alternatives exist. Insurance companies, phone plans, and software all exploit this. They set defaults knowing most users won't change them. We tell ourselves we'll compare options later, but we don't. Tech companies have weaponized this. Opt-out systems get higher engagement than opt-in systems. Your passivity becomes their profit. Awareness of this bias means actively questioning defaults instead of accepting them as natural or optimal choices. Fact 4. The spotlight effect. Psychologist Thomas Gilovich documented that we massively overestimate how much others notice or care about our appearance or mistakes. You wear an unflattering shirt and feel exposed. In reality, people barely register it. This makes us vulnerable to shame-based marketing. Companies sell us solutions to problems nobody else sees. Insecurity products, social status items, and upgrade marketing all prey on this distorted self-awareness. Recognizing the spotlight effect deflates the anxiety that makes you buy things you don't actually need. Fact 5. The mere exposure effect. Psychologist Robert Zajonc discovered that repeated exposure to something makes us like it more even if we don't consciously remember seeing it. You hear a song 10 times and suddenly love it. A brand appears everywhere and feels trustworthy. Advertisers weaponize this relentlessly. Saturation campaigns work not because they're compelling, but because familiarity breeds preference. Your brain mistakes "I've seen this before" for "this must be good." This is why blocking ads isn't enough. Understanding that mere repetition is a persuasion tool helps you critically evaluate whether you actually want something. Fact 6. The framing effect. Economists Amos Tversky and Daniel Kahneman showed that how information is presented shapes our decisions more than the information itself. A surgery with 90% survival rate feels safer than one with 10% mortality rate. Same statistic, opposite psychological impact. Manipulators frame everything to their advantage. Limited time offer versus available whenever you want. Join thousands versus still 40% of people don't use this. The frame hijacks your reasoning. Recognizing framing as a tactic means you learn to flip language and ask, what would the opposite frame look like? Fact 7. The availability heuristic. Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky discovered that we judge probability and risk based on how easily examples come to mind. See a plane crash on the news and you overestimate flight danger. Hear one success story and assume a business is booming. Manipulators exploit this by flooding your feed with testimonials, before and after photos, and viral wins. The stuff that's recent and vivid feels representative, even if it's cherry-picked. Understanding this means you demand base rates and statistical evidence instead of trusting the memorable anecdotes companies feed you. Fact 8. Dunning-Kruger effect. Psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger found that people with low knowledge in a domain overestimate their expertise, while experts underestimate theirs. A novice investor feels confident in their stock picks, a seasoned analyst second-guesses every move. Manipulators exploit this by selling easy solutions to complex problems, crypto schemes, diet pills, life hack courses, targeting people too inexperienced to know what they don't know. The humbling part, you probably can't tell when you're in the Dunning-Kruger zone. This is why expert opinion and healthy skepticism matter more than your gut confidence. Fact 9. False consensus effect. Psychologist Lee Ross discovered that we assume our beliefs, values, and behaviors are more widespread than they actually are. You think most people share your diet habits, political views, or spending patterns. They don't. This makes bandwagon marketing devastatingly effective. Everyone switching to X, most people believe Y, join the majority. You assume the crowd is larger and more aligned with you than reality. Manipulators phrase campaigns as inevitable mainstream movements to make outlier products feel normal. Questioning whether everyone really does this inoculates you against false consensus exploitation. Fact 10. Roach Motel, dark pattern. The term Roach Motel was coined by UX researcher Harry Brignall to describe interfaces designed to make signing up easy but cancellation deliberately hard. You can subscribe with one click. Canceling requires navigating phone menus, finding hidden buttons, or contacting support. Gyms, subscriptions, and software thrive on this asymmetry. It's not a bug, it's architectural manipulation. The Federal Trade Commission has increasingly targeted these dark patterns, but they persist. Recognizing Roach Motel design means you pause before easy signups and always find the exit before entering. Which manipulation tactic hit you hardest? Have you fallen for any of these recently? Drop a comment and let us know what surprised you. And if you want to build immunity to psychological tricks, subscribe for more breakdowns of how your brain really works. Thanks for watching BrainBoda.